When people first hear about the Apple TV, the most common reaction is skepticism. Why would anyone buy an Apple TV when nearly every modern smart TV already comes with built-in apps like Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, Prime Video, and Disney+? It seems like a fair question. In fact, it's the same question I used to ask myself for years before I finally decided to try one. After all, if you walk into any electronics store in 2025, you'll see rows of high-end televisions from Samsung, LG, Sony, and TCL. These aren't just basic displays. They are marketed as powerful smart TVs with 4K, 8K, OLED, and QLED panels, preloaded with operating systems like Tizen, WebOS, and Google TV. On the surface, these platforms seem to cover all the basics. You can stream your favorite shows, browse YouTube, or even install a handful of apps. But once you dig deeper and actually live with these smart TV interfaces for months or years, their limitations start to reveal themselves. Apps slow down, navigation becomes laggy, updates are inconsistent, and eventually, what once felt smart starts to feel frustratingly outdated. That's where Apple TV steps in, and this is the part that most people don't fully appreciate until they've actually used one. The Apple TV might look like a simple, unassuming little black box, but under the hood, it carries the same design philosophy and engineering power that Apple pours into its flagship devices like the iPhone, iPad, and Mac. Instead of relying on underpowered processors that TV manufacturers tend to use, Apple equips the Apple TV with its own advanced chips, the same families of processors that run iPhones and iPads. That means when you're navigating through apps, scrubbing through movies, or jumping between games, the experience feels consistently smooth, fast, and effortless. Even after years of use, the Apple TV doesn't bog down in the way most smart TVs inevitably do. It feels snappy on day one, and it still feels snappy 2, 3, or even 5 years later. This alone makes it stand out in a crowded market, but that's only the beginning of what makes the Apple TV such a unique product. The Apple TV is designed to deliver a premium entertainment experience that goes far beyond just another streaming box. For starters, it supports the very latest in display technology: 4K resolution, HDR10, Dolby Vision, and Dolby Atmos sound. That means if you have a compatible television, you can unlock the full potential of its hardware instead of being bottlenecked by mediocre built-in software. One of my favorite features is the ability to calibrate your TV's color using an iPhone. In less than a minute, you can drastically improve picture accuracy with professional-grade results without needing to be an expert in TV settings. The result is a sharper, more vibrant picture that makes movies, sports, and even YouTube content look better than ever. But great visuals are only part of the equation. Apple has also put enormous effort into making the user interface intuitive, fluid, and consistent with the rest of the Apple ecosystem. If you've ever used an iPhone or an iPad, the Apple TV feels instantly familiar. All your apps are neatly arranged on the home screen, navigation is effortless with the Siri remote, and everything feels polished. Compare that to most smart TVs where menus feel clunky, advertisements clutter the interface, and updates only make things more bloated. With Apple TV, you're getting an experience designed around usability, not ads or data collection. This makes a huge difference in day-to-day use, and it's something that really shines the longer you live with the product. Now let's talk about one of the most overlooked but critical aspects of the Apple TV: the Siri remote. At first glance, it looks simple, an elegant aluminum rectangle with a touch-enabled click pad. But Apple has carefully engineered this remote to be a joy to use. The tactile buttons are easy to distinguish by feel. The click pad lets you swipe through menus smoothly, and the outer ring even supports circular gestures for precise scrubbing through videos. Add in a dedicated Siri button for voice control, and you get a remote that feels far more advanced than what comes with most smart TVs. Apple even added Find My integration, which means if you misplace your remote, and let's face it, everyone misplaces remotes, you can instantly locate it with your iPhone. This small feature eliminates one of the biggest annoyances of living room tech. Performance and design aside, what really makes the Apple TV special is how deeply it integrates with the wider Apple ecosystem. This is Apple's secret weapon. AirPlay allows you to instantly beam content from your iPhone, iPad, or Mac directly to the big screen. Want to share vacation photos with friends at a party? Just tap AirPlay, and they're up in full resolution, within seconds. Want to mirror your MacBook display during a presentation? One click, and your TV becomes a wireless monitor. FaceTime on the Apple TV is another game-changing experience. By placing your iPhone near the TV, you can have full-screen video calls with family and friends across the globe. It makes virtual hangouts feel more natural and immersive than ever before. And of course, features like automatic AirPods pairing add another layer of convenience. Pop in your AirPods and the Apple TV instantly detects them, letting you watch movies late at night without disturbing anyone else in the house. Even Siri, often criticized on the iPhone, feels surprisingly useful on the Apple TV. You can ask simple things like, play Stranger Things on Netflix, or show me movies with Tom Cruise, and within seconds, your request is fulfilled. One of my favorite tricks is simply asking, "What did he say?" which instantly rewinds 15 seconds and turns on subtitles, ensuring you never miss a line of dialogue. This is the kind of thoughtful integration that separates Apple TV from other streaming boxes and smart TV software. Apple TV also transforms the living room into a hub for Apple's expanding lineup of services. Apple Arcade brings console-style gaming to the big screen, complete with controller support. Apple Fitness Plus lets you follow guided workouts on your TV, turning your living room into a personal gym. Apple Music takes full advantage of your home theater system, effectively turning it into a concert hall. And of course, the App Store for Apple TV gives you access to thousands of additional apps, from streaming services to productivity tools, making the platform far more versatile than any smart TV interface. But perhaps one of the most underrated features of the Apple TV is its role as a smart home hub. With HomeKit integration, your Apple TV becomes the brain of your smart home. Even when you're away, you can control lights, locks, thermostats, and cameras remotely. Imagine watching a movie and receiving a notification that someone is at your front door. With a HomeKit-enabled doorbell, you can see and talk to them directly from your TV without even pausing the film. It's small touches like this that make the Apple TV feel futuristic and practical at the same time. Now let's address the question of value. The Apple TV 4K starts at $129 for the Wi-Fi only model with 64 GB of storage, and just $149 for the Ethernet model with 128 GB of storage. In an era where flagship smartphones cost over $1,000 and premium televisions cost several thousand, the Apple TV feels like a surprisingly affordable investment, especially when you consider how much longer it will stay fast and reliable compared to the built-in smart TV software. For most people, the 64 GB version is more than enough since movies and shows are streamed from the cloud. But if you want to download large games or store content offline, the 128 GB model is there for you at just a small price increase. So, is the Apple TV worth it in 2025? Absolutely. It's not just a streaming box. It's a powerful, reliable, and beautifully designed entertainment hub that elevates everything about the living room experience. It makes your TV smarter, your home more connected, your workouts more engaging, your gaming more fun, and your overall experience smoother. If you're already part of the Apple ecosystem, with an iPhone, iPad, AirPods, or Mac, the Apple TV feels less like an optional accessory and more like an essential extension of your devices. Even if you already have a so-called smart TV, the Apple TV makes it feel smarter, faster, and more future-proof.